Might help if I unmute myself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. And we're in this same setup, as you can see. But maybe that'll change next week. But in the words of our show, we'll just have to wait and see. This is episode 130 for the week of June 7th, 2020. My name is Josh, a.k.a. JK Fire. And this week, I'm joined by the man, and you wouldn't know based off of the camera angle, but the Minnesota Rocket jersey, Will, a.k.a.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you on this Sunday afternoon?
Doing fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right, but
Sure.
We have some stuff to talk about. So before we get into the actual show, we want to start this episode off with some information on, and our message including with the Black Lives Matter movement that's currently going on. So our message was, as two white men, which we are, as you can clearly see, we'll never fully understand what black people have to endure every single day. We just won't. Like it's a crime and a shame that we just, as white individuals, we will never understand what black individuals have to go through on a daily basis. But what we do understand is that racism has no place in this world and it can be ended. So we say fight the good fight, help in any way you can, and please stay safe. And then some other information we want to provide. So there's a banner and a profile pic. This is by Lifeworker C for the Black Lives Matter movement. You can see on the stream as well, we have the Black Lives Matter profile picture next to our logo as well. That's by Lifeworker C. It's fantastic. It's minimalistic. It looks awesome. And just show some support. Sketch put out a statement, and I wanted to read that statement. And that statement is, racism and bigotry have no place in the world or Halo. We have a zero-tolerance policy and are committed to taking more action to remove this behavior from our games and community. The ban hammer is fired up. Consider this your only warning. And then there was one more statement that was put out that I wanted to highlight here. This was Halo's statement, as a matter of fact. So Halo states, 343 Industries stands united with our black colleagues, friends, players, and communities in the fight against racism. We empathetically believe that Black Lives Matter. We were inspired by the hope so many heroes are driving via social activism. The Halo community has always risen in the face of adversity and come to the aid of those in need. We're asking you to please join us, take action, listen, learn, and find a way to make a difference and be heard. To help give back and contribute to this cause, we plan to donate 100% of proceeds from all Halo 5 Guardians Rec Pack purchases between June 19th and July 19th directly to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. We also know we have work to do in our own backyard to combat racist behavior in our games. Racism, bigotry, and hate speech have no place in Halo, and we will enforce our zero-tolerance policy with every means at our disposal. This isn't a problem that will be solved by a single donation or protest. True change will require continued, persistent focus until black lives are truly treated as equal. 343 Industries remains committed to doing our part while also ensuring Halo remains an inclusive and positive universe for everyone. 343 Industries, Black Lives Matter. There's not a whole lot else that we can really say other than everybody do your part. And Black Lives Matter. Plain and simple. And I also just want to include, in the words of John Boyega, the previous Star Wars star, Will, you know who he is. He put out a statement that says, I really fucking hate racists. I don't think anything could be truer than that statement. And with that, let's get into the actual show. Of which, Will, do you want to know what's coming up on this episode?
Yeah, what do you got, man?
Well, first, before we do that, Voodoo, I will make sure I update that. Thank you for that information. And actually, give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay. Now, try clicking on the link and let me know if the show notes works. I may have missed a little something. But on this episode of HCS Pro Talk, we have the community tournament announcements never stop. We have roster Mania brings the heat and probably the pain for Will. We have tournament recaps, including VODs. Every single one of them, they're in there. We have our MCC Pro Series Pro Tournament number 2 predictions, and a legend retires from the COD scene. But before we get into any of that, let's get some housekeeping out of the way first. So I believe Justin, Goalie Sniper, asked last week if there was a VOD for the breakout tourney, the Tourney Times breakout tournament. There is. I found it. It is in last week's show notes. I added it there. And I also added the direct link within this week's show notes. You can go ahead and check out that VOD if you were interested. So that is all there. But that's that. And without further ado, let's get into some competitive news. First up, we have EU Halo League maps and game types. This is by EU Halo League over at twitter.com. And it states, we now have an official Xbox account. Maps and game types for our new 2v2 tournaments can be found by checking our bookmarks in Halo 5 Guardians. Add us for easy access to maps and modes, support, and for casting and streams. The reason why I wanted to include this here, this may seem kind of small, relatively speaking, but this is awesome because this is something that, as somebody who sometimes competes, who wants to compile as much information as possible, it's really fucking hard if they don't have the direct links to game types and maps included somewhere. Like, Will, you ever try finding old MLG game types? Like when they're doing these, when they're doing these old school tournaments?
When we were setting up for some things, just trying to find even an octagon practice that was viable was tough at times. So yeah, I can imagine that trying to find all these maps and modes can be difficult.
It's a fucking nightmare. But yeah, this is just a step in the right direction. EU Halo League, happy you're doing that. Thank you very much. And then we have a bunch of community tournament announcements. So here we go. First up is the Blue Team Tournaments. They announced their summer roadmap. This is by Blue Team Tournaments. There's a video in the tweet. Okay? I cannot stress this enough. Please watch that video. The song that they chose, it was an orchestrated rendition of the Halo theme, and it's phenomenal. And like, I watched it multiple times over because I just thought it fit really well. So I definitely recommend watching that. But the roadmap is as follows. They are having a Keeper of the Guardian 1v1 tournament in Halo 3, June 28th. It's a $300 prize pool. Next is an HCS 4v4 Halo 2 Anniversary PC tournament taking place on July 26th with a $300 prize pool. And then finally, a Halo 5 Guardians free-for-all on August 23rd with a $300 prize pool. So go ahead and sign up for those tournaments if you're interested. I love how they're doing everything around like nearly all the competitive Halo titles. You know, what are you going to do when they don't include Halo 4 in there? I mean, it's okay. I'm never going to get Halo 4, so that is what it is. Whatever. So, there was a Halo 4. Dave asked, there was a Halo 4? Nope.
It just never existed.
Never.
Went from 3 to 5.
Never, ever. I'm going to try this link real quick here. Okay, perfect. The show notes link should now work as intended. I did test it, and it looks like everything's working as intended there. The next tournament announcement is the Europa Halo Free-for-All Frenzy. This is by Europa Halo on Twitter, and I quote, Europa Halo presents FFA Frenzy with Divine Mind. Huge thanks to Astro Gaming, HCS, and Divine Mind for helping this event be made. First place takes home an Astro A10 and M60 pair, plus 50 euros. Second place takes home a 3-month Game Pass code and 20 euros. And third place takes home a 3-month Game Pass code. And then best clip of the tourney gets 20 euros. That's awesome. Multiple ways to earn some cash. You can sign up at the link provided in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Then we have the GT Halo Quarantine Schoolyard Trois. Like uno, dos, trois. right? Trey? Uno, yeah.
On the trois.
On de trois?
That's
Yeah. There it is.
French.
Thanks. It's French.
Yeah.
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 Rede.
Oh no. Oh.
But yeah, it's their third quarantine schoolyard tournament. All right, leave me alone. This is my GT Halo announcing the GT Halo quarantine schoolyard. Will
You want me to redo?
No, that's the second one. What's the third one?
Oh, school. Trois.
Thank you.
I'm just reading ahead here.
It's okay. Police cars revolving light. That is the emoji that they picked. I don't know why I copied that in there, but I'm going to remove that. All right, so sign up with your duo to get matched with another duo in an HCS 4v4 double eLIM tournament for prizes. It's on Sunday, June 21st at noon Eastern Time. The stream is at mixer.com/GT Halo, and you can sign up at the link in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. We're not done. The EU Halo League announced a Halo 5 HCS 4v4. This is by EU Halo League. You voted, so we're delivering. This cup is our biggest yet. A 4v4 double elimination HCS-style tournament with a €60 prize pool. It is on Saturday, the 20th of June at 5 p.m. UK time. Note, we may host a smaller cup before then, too. And you could sign up at the link they provide in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. But we're still not done. We have the QX Free-for-All for All. This is by QX of Halo Draft League, if you did not know. Sign-ups for the Free-for-All for All is officially started. I'm going to quickly break down how to enter and some basic information. Start time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, June 19th. It's a 6-man FFA lobbies with Truth and Regret. Best of 1 rounds until finals, where it'll be best of 2. HCS FFA settings, $5 entry fee, more on that below, which we'll get to. Anyone can win some prize money, however, the majority will go towards the final 3. $50 pot minimum with no minimum players sign-up required. Smurf accounts are allowed, so long as you pay for that tag. No tag substitutions will be allowed from the ones paid for. Now to explain the 3 ways to enter. 1. Pay the $5 yourself and name your own gamertag. 2. Have friends pay for you, either just with $5 and mentioning your gamertag or paying $10 for 2 entries. And 3. Sign up as a free-to-play player. These players will be put into a pool. The night before the tournament, after signups close, any donations to the tournament will be used to cover entry fees for as many of these players as possible. Players will be selected at random. I'll be providing 2 spots for this first tournament as well. And you can sign up at the Google Doc. That is included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show.
Google Docception.
Googleception. What's up, Marlon? Welcome. Don't worry about being late. It's perfectly fine. Welcome. And then finally, we have the AGLA PC League information, the American Griffball League of America, by Play Griffball. I said I would include this. I finally got the information. I apologize for the wait, but it's all here. Don't worry. Also, what is up, Europa, Halo, and Voodoo Man? Welcome to the stream as well. For the PC League. Hello, folks. There are 2 bits of news to announce regarding PC AGLA, and I won't mince words. First off, last season was a huge success with a high-octane playoff battle and a speedy and well-played playoffs and championship. Congratulations to Free Ship for the free ship. The stunning success of last season is a double-edged sword, as there is definitely room for improvement, but straying too far from something that works so well does not make too much sense. For that reason, we'll be doing another draft season, but with a few alterations. The main one being captains. To increase the overall competitiveness of the league, I'll be asking everyone with even an inkling of interest to captaining a draft to sign up. I will then be narrowing it down to the group closest in skill level, so if you get a message from me asking you to possibly captain, that is why. Having all the captains start as close together as possible, making each pick more impactful. After all, being a captain really is not that much work. I make the schedule and I hound teams down to make sure games are happening on time regardless. Additionally, come signups, there will be more specific rule changes regarding things such as neutral host selection, trades, tiebreakers, seeding, and importantly, availability and play rotation. Free Ship was in a situation where they had their star player limited to games by strange availability listing. I strive for the team diversity to match Free Ships next season, which will not only give less experienced players a day in the sun, but will also help hopefully aid to combat the issues of limited availability and its impact on draft order. I know this is not a major switch up for those who are interested in one, but I assure you efforts to balance captains will be aggressive. The schedule is included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. And yes, Europa Halo, we did announce the FFA Frenzy a little bit earlier on. And that is it for the competitive news. Just a bunch of tournament announcements. Whole lot of stuff there. But now it is time for the upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all Halo esports wants, needs, desires, and just to keep up on everything that's going on with tournaments and some other stuff that's happening in the Halo esports scene. AGLA weekly matches. We got them for you. On Monday, June 8th, we have Way to Fail versus Predatory, and then they play again. So they have like a doubleheader matchup. And then we have Egg Dogs versus the Liberal Elite. And don't worry, we'll have rosters for you very shortly because Will is going to read through them. On Tuesday, June 9th, we have FTN versus Egg Dogs, and they also have a doubleheader matchup. And then we have Junkyard Dogs going up against Dynasty. On Wednesday, June 10th, is a doubleheader with Junkyard Dogs going up against the Liberal Elite. And then on Thursday, June 11th, another doubleheader with Dynasty going up against No Sana, No Life. On Sunday, June 7th, which is today, we have the Habes Halo 3 4v4 Draft Tourney, Tourney Time Summer Sniper Reno Halo 5 3v3, the Penn Halo 5 2v2, which I actually think got postponed to next week, if I'm not mistaken, so that is not taking place this week. I apologize for that. We have the Esports Arena Halo 2 Classic 4v4 and Halo 5 2v2s. And then finally, on Saturday, June 13th, we have the MCCstats.com Halo 3 Team Slayer Tournament, the Pro-Am Series Halo 5 4v4, and the MCC Pro Series Pro Tournament number 2, which we'll have predictions for towards the end of the show. But Will, you know what it's time for?
I think I do.
Are you sure? Because I think it's time for some
Roster Mania. All right, Roster Mania. Let's get into it. We'll start off with the AGLA PC League rosters. In the Sword division, we have Team FTN, which was Sam Adams, Galvin, Jiggly, DL Cell, Doorstopper, and Unwished Corpse 2. They're currently 4-0, so they look to be dominating. Next team, we have Egg Dogs. This is Grunt, Demon, Lightsaber, Snarf, Drez, and Redingus. They're currently 3-2. We have Team Dynasty, Active, AJ Cena, Nihilus, Zara, Sonic Nachos, and DJ Blue. They're currently 0-3, so it looks like they have some work to do. And
it's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. No Sana, No Life. This includes Cannon, Starblade, Noplex, Killers, Sneaky Fat Cat, and Chibi. Currently 1-3. So things are shaping up. We can kind of see who's dominating, and it looks like the two teams at the top are doing pretty well, and the two teams on the bottom have some work. So
a little bit.
Let's see. It could depend on who they played, why their record is the way it is, but we'll see if things even out as the season goes. Moving on to the Hammer division, we have Way to Fail. This is Zeg, Digital Pain, Rage Mourner, Diablo Priest, and Conra? They're currently 3-0. Junkyard Dogs. Is this formerly the Jankyard Doogs? I
think it might be. As a matter of fact, I think it might be the Jankyard Doogs.
So this is not Xylano, Men's, Sket, Moldy Volts, and Sync Daku. They're currently 0-5. The Liberal Elite, this includes Jaga, Gingy, D Cleek, Box of Kittens, Mistal, and Bounty Hunter. They're currently 2-2. And then Team Predatory includes Godless, Sabsef, Salty Peter Bread, Aware Mosquito, and Tommy Westside, currently 3-1. And then here's the fun one for the week. The MCC Pro Series Open Tournament rosters.
So, Will, before you get into this, there were not 117 teams.
Thank God.
Okay? There's a little less than half that. Okay? So we went from the first one having 117 to this one just having like over 50.
Okay. Am I doing all 50?
Oh, yeah.
So let's get started. First team, V&D, Taxman Begins. Me Orange, Crunkle, and Euoptus. Next team is Endangered. This is Crystal Rails, Crossman, V Manatee, and Crazy HCS. EU Gang. This includes I Fearish, Thomas BLZ, Mista, and the Speed Show. Next one is Sardes Unidos, Com 14, Sartis Furo, IDK Metal Rex, and Carcolo. Team The Shell is Rob the Turtle, Winter, Elamite, and Hunter JJX. Team Warp, Saintly, Country, Haynes, and Stillmatic. Team Baguette includes Talik, Shadezer, The Real SLG, and Fragger. Without Warning, Wise Wins, Natural Poner. The Nerd Rage, which I'm wondering if that's a play on Rage More Nerd. And then Twitch Eye.
Well, I wonder if it is.
Next team is Goober. This is Stevie Goober, Shame 78, Billy, and Creepy Trash. Team Chirpers includes,
It was Hillbilly.
Oh, Hillbilly?
Yeah.
It looks like a B on my screen. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next up, the Team Chirpers. This is Alloy 19, Cabadelic, Impulsive, and Reezy. Falling Esports, Sabinator, Aries, Hysteria, and Mason Cobb. Legendary ANZ, Tragico, Nerdy himself, Sargothic, and Nemesis. Team Icon includes Van Helsing, Razorblades, Black Halo God, and Monoxide AM. Team Peaked in Halo 5 matchmaking, Madurf, Durf, Ujerked, and Pyderf. So many Durfs.
All the Durfs.
JR2's Guardian, Six Story, JR2, Queen, and Optic Daddy. Noble team includes Durfa, Dantis 06, Joust Play, and Top Fox 333333.
Nice.
Team 4 guys. Team 4 guys was Beans, FPS, Floppy, Microlec, and Susa Sweet. Under 500 except one, Galactus Rex Summer Zest. Oh my god, Mugla Jane and Criskit. Criskit is the last one there.
Yes.
Midsummer Night includes Mike S120, Thicky G12, A Biscuit, and Ninja Chicken. Don't Rage Vitus, Snowman, Sayonara, Businesses, and Vitus, or Vitus, however you want to say it. Team Quit the Build, Implicity, Slay Type. I'm going to go with Swell and Mr. Lulu, the TJB. Team Stainers V6 is Gilkey, Denoxide, Gabriel, and Maunos?
It's Munoz.
Munoz.
Yeah.
He's messing with it. I see. Yeah. Team Birth Control, Logix, Just Improve, Clowny, and Pandalicious. Laplace Demons include Slifer, Holly GSN, Tholomew, and Kyan527. Team Beyond Reality was Fear Demon, Brandon Boss, Halo Pros, and Fear Colors. Talent show was Broquin, Tronix Games, Douglas Vance, and Rhythm. 420 Industries, Mopsy, Omnipresent, Plague, and Midshot. Whew, okay. I think we're like halfway through, right? I gotta be getting there.
We're close. We're actually close.
All right. Team Flow was Schlag, Smoke You Dig, Sect, and Swifty Uwu. Hell Jumpers includes Herman, So Much Sky, Virtuos, and Body Heart. Team Unsung Heroes is Cody 8604, Kanava Say No, Starkey Brownie, and NYCJ. Whew. Open pickup team. This includes Nickmeister, Buttons, M2 Squared, and Legend. Self-made includes Conspiracy, Eli Elite, Kulex, and Self-made Max. Team Tempo was Ragnar, Cole, K9, Rockin, and Top Ducky. Team DXR, Sprawly, Brett Bourne, DXR Blakey, and Adamant. Team Authentic is Onez, Starcrim, Esterosa, and SJ Zeldris. All right, Cobalt Crew. This includes Pool Boy, Comrade Toad, Nightmare, and is it Sarah Vert?
Sounds good to me.
Team Deathly Hollow is Hypnotic. This one. Is it Hodger? We're just gonna go with Hodger.
Whatever
The
your
Dire Wolf.
interpretation
The Dire Wolf and Reformed. Playwell Esports. This was Fragsby, Vibe Zyra, Rob's FPS, and Genius GG. Team Last Min Warriors, Frozen, I999999, Extra 4178, and Blitz SD. Get That RE included JJ Panther 95, Aqua's Wolf, Thermal Wolf, and Onyx Wrecked. I got that. That one threw me for a loop for a second. I got it. Antimatter GG, Gunshot Karma, Mines, and God Jovian. Fresh Hairs is Beast Beats, Titan JS, Maximilian, and Wily Coyote. Team UDG, Dag Soul, Cast the Fall, Sebastian, and Camus. Team Lux, Lifestyle BB, Suspector, Kratos, and Straight Sick. Lola Rhodes, Lucio, Necro Balger, Luchu, 123, and then Black Kraken. Team Evisceron, Volcus, Steely Bird 7, Texas 84, and Before Spy. Team Chuchua I think it's supposed to be Jamie, Apidos, Tiki, Loretta, and Phonic. Team High Demand is FDG, Mudshot, Carol Baskin, Dr. Phil.
Fucking, oh my God.
Carol Baskin. H2C is Better included High Hurricane, MLG Game Over, Hypno, and Stormy V2. Team NTC was Tusk, Its Name, Musa, and Septify. 3 maps included King Starling, Obnoxious, The Barricade, and Fury B. And then Vel Esports, last but not least, included Dualan, Killacal, Nikolai, and the 2 Takedown. So many teams. Yes. Oh my God. Woo!
Over 50. The only reason why I included them is because they dropped by like over half. That's the only reason why. So
it's all good. It's all good.
Part of me wonders if the same thing is going to happen next week. We'll see. I also heard. Go ahead.
No, you're thinking like just maybe the top 25 teams will show up then next week? Or?
Sure. I also heard that there was a lot of bracket fuckery that happened this week as well. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like the top 2 seeded teams played against each other or something. It was weird. It was just fucking weird. What's up, Lunchy? Welcome as well to the stream. Glad to see you make it. Yeah, Dave says, yup. See, I think, yeah. So there's a lot of bracket fuckery.
Did they do the same thing they did in the first week then? Because like the first week, they just randomized the bracket when there was already seeds made.
No, so apparently there's like an ELO on Faceit. I don't know. Dave says 2 of the top 5 seeds played each other round 1.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense at all. Oh my God. And then there was a lot of fucking like, there's a lot of controversy with Kratos on Lux. It is just, what a weekend, guys. What a fucking weekend. Holy shit. All right. Will, is that it for the...
That's what we got for Rostermania, man.
Thank you very much. It's time for the Tournament League recaps of the week. Will, you're not quite done with rosters yet.
No, there's more rosters.
Hopefully these ones are a little bit easier. We got some 2v2s in there. It looks like the names are going to be slightly easier. And most importantly, we got VODs, bro. So, Will, what do we got for the Tournament League recaps of the week?
All right, we'll start off with tourney times. Areno Cappuccino, Halo 5 4v4. In 7th through 8th, we had Team Rubber Bands, which was Psychedelic, Brooks, Blue House, and Nightmare. And then Mock It, Warlord, Looney Squashy, and Tommy the Krogan. In 5th through 6th, we had Team Zero, which was simply Fear Me, Devil Dog, Neuronical, and Dark Sky. And 2020, which included Spesters, Rorzich, High Miguel, and Laylock. Sorry. In 4th was Team EU. This was Precisionite, Legend, Batchford, and Kimbo. In 3rd was Gotham City, Atzo Magico, Poolgot, and Drift. They got $100. And then second was Veggies, Super CC, Talik, Encore, and Jazero, taking home $150. And in first place was Team GBX. This included Mr. Soul, Sniper, Renegade, Denoxide, and Septify, taking home $250. Next up, we have the LFTG Halo 5 2v2. In 5th through 8th, we have You Say Run, which was No Pro Angel and Juan 117. Team Atrocity, which was Takia and I'm going to go with Yvette.
That works for me.
And then Milk Giver included Stuntman and Phoenix Wolf. And then Team Just Do It was Fave Speed and Offenders. And 3rd through 4th, we had Undeniable, which was Glitchy and Feared Convict. And then Barbie and Friends, which was Barbie Boy and Fear the Beard. And second, only 1v2, was Scariotic and Dream Flies, taking home $40. And in first was Team IDK, the Gold Star BR and Sabinator, taking home $60. Team IDK would be like something I came up with because I just couldn't pick a team name. So I like it.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Blue Team Tournaments Halo 2 Classic 2v2, another 2v2 for you. In 7th through 8th, we had NG Savages, which included Morningwood and B Spikes. Team NRG was Grenade Wizard and Bobby's World OG. In 5th through 6th, we had Evil Pop Tarts, which was SpongeBob Boy and Friction Just. And then Team UK, which was the Joshua Tree and Precision. In 4th place, we had We Diddle, which was Sucka and I Kryptonite. In 3rd was East US, Smithy and Lethal HT, $40 to them. And 2nd, we had Team SS, which was Shady and SLG, $120 to them. And in 1st place, we had Team Lords, Catastrophe and Raiden Rips, $240 to them.
The thing I love about the 3rd place team, East US, is that the joke, like among the the EU Halo community, is that they always have to play on East US servers.
Yeah.
I thought that was really fucking clever. I like that a lot.
That's actually pretty good.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to the esports arena, H2A 4v4. In 4th place, we had Team Real Last Minute. This included MVC, Lacan, Sup Mains, and Revert. In 3rd, we had 80 Ping, Stormy, Hurricane, Famous, and Havoc. In 2nd, we had Dirt's Twisted Minds, Zil, JTX, Gunshot, and Swift Kill. And first, we had Believe the Hype, Maniac, Neighbor, Ace, and Hysteria. Moving on to the esports arena Halo 5 2v2. In 4th place was the Gold Star BR and Sabinator. 3rd was Outvade and Fear Tyranny, which was they took home $50. And 2nd was Tapping Buttons and Vetra, $150 to them. And in 1st place was Bound and Neptune, taking home $300.
Who would have guessed Bound would be in there?
Oh my gosh, who would have thought? Moving on to the European Halo League, Halo 5 2v2. In 7th through 8th, we had Team Sinos, which was Chronozer and Silka. And then Team Passion, which was Fireboy and Sticka. In 5th through 6th, we had Keck W, Sparty, and V-Bite. And then Demonica, which was EU Jesus and Scarcity. In 4th place, we had Team CC, which was Lundy and I Fenders. In 3rd was War Dogs, Warlord, and Looney. 3rd was Team Shesh, which was Shady and Kimbo, taking home €10. And in 1st place was Q Legend, Legend and Cleese, taking home €20. And then last, but again, not least, the big one that happened with all the teams I just read, MCC Pro Series Open Tournament number 2. In 5th through 8th, we'll start with these 4 teams. It was Falling Esports, Baguette, NTC, and 4 Guys. In 3rd place was Stainers. Or I guess in 4th place would be Stainers. 3rd place would be Team Goobers, taking home $100. 2nd would be The Shell, taking home $150. And in 1st was Lux Gaming, taking home $250.
So those 8 teams made it they qualify for the pro tournament taking place next week.
This coming weekend.
Yep.
Or yeah. Awesome. We got through it.
We did. Thank you very much for reading through those. And now it is time for our weekly topic, of which is going to be what our predictions for the next MCC Pro Series Pro Tournament are going to be. So for those, let's just get people caught up here on what's going on. So we have the top 16 teams, the top 8 teams from the Pro Tournament last week, and the top 8 teams of the Open Tournament this week. They will come together and they will compete next week in the second Pro Tournament. So the pro teams that are moving forward no matter what include Sentinels, so APG, Lethal, Royal 2, and Snakebite. Everybody should know who they are. We have Pride, which is King Nick, Rain, Ryanoob, and Saiyan. We have Inconceivable, which is Ace, Boobudubu, Falcated, and Spartan. We have Turning Point, which is Eco, Penguin, Renegade, and Stellar. We have In Control, which is Common, Rudiment, Silence, and Rhino. Then Team Phenoms, which is Bound, Neptune, Pistola, and Trippy. NZF, which is Fantasy, Realized, Sorel, and Triton. And then Status Quo, which is Jimbo, Flamesword, Stormy, and Squall Eye. And then, as Will stated before, the top 8 teams of the Open tournament that took place just this weekend include Falling Esports, So Hysteria, Sabinator, Aries, and Neighbor, which there was a little controversy around Neighbor specifically. Will, did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
So apparently he got fucking shit-faced the other night.
No.
And he was this. I don't know if this is 100% true, but I heard that he got absolutely shit-faced the night before the tournament, and then was completely hungover and puked during one of the games. So that would potentially lead to why they didn't place well at all in the most recent Open tournament.
Sure.
And then we have Team Baguette, which is Shady, Fragger, Talik, and SLG. Team NTC, which is Its Name, Musa, Tusk, and Septify. Dave, that's my kind of player. Okay. Team Four Guys, which is Beans, Mr. Kolek, Sussa, Sweet, and Floppy. Stainers, which is Gabriel, Gilkey, Denoxide, and Munoz. Goober, which is Stevie Goober, Shame, Creepy Trash, and Hillbilly. The Shell, which is Rob the Turtle, Hunter JJX, Winter, and Elam Knight. And then Lux Gaming, which is Straight Sick, Kratos, Suspector, and Lifestyle. So, Will,
yeah,
with that in mind, I think I know what it's going to be, but I'm going to ask you the question anyway.
Who's going to win it?
What's your prediction for who you think is going to win the next MCC Pro Series Pro Tournament?
All right. You can't look past Sentinels. That's the thing. Like, they've been dominating. Oh, I have no idea.
I know Tox Gaming. I don't know who Sentinels are. The fuck?
God. Yeah, Sentinels, they just dominate everything right now, and it's hard to pick someone to go against them. I would like to see a couple teams I could see possibly making it would be Inconceivable. Maybe I mean, I feel like Phenoms have the talent to push up to the top.
They do.
They just need to gel together a little bit more.
Agree.
And then so yeah, Inconceivable, Turning Point, like the talent's there. It's just, can you beat Tox in the grand finals? You know, can you beat Sentinels? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and I hope that they did the random seeds for this last pro tournament as well, which really messed people up. So they really need to get that on point, and because I don't want to see like the top 8 teams just go against the top 8 teams in the first round, like,
right? Or the top 2 teams going up against each other in the first round.
Yeah, like it's just it. If you eliminate one of the best teams right away, I get it. If you're gonna beat them, you're gonna have to beat them eventually. But with the way a tournament should work, the seed should matter since there are seeds in play here.
Also, I want to know if they're gonna do a double elim this time around instead of like pools going into a single elim.
Yeah, because I mean the history of Halo Esports has been double elim, right? Losers bracket. Playing through losers bracket has always been a thing, and I feel like if you take that away, it's missing a little bit.
It's hard,
especially with the top players and how close they are in skill. That double elim really comes into play.
Right, I agree. And we see so many community run tournaments that are doing it. Like, why can't HCS do the same thing?
I feel like they're trying to cram this tournament in one day too, right?
Yeah.
So trying to get all this done in one day is probably another reason why, but
you're also not having an open tournament leading into seeding for the champ bracket. You know, you already had that open tournament. This is all ready to go. This is all,
invite only pretty much. Yeah.
Right.
They could do it, but people would have to be on point and on time.
Absolutely. And hope, we want the most competitive integrity possible. And I think a double elim allows for that, right? It gives sometimes like the argument could be made that, well, teams should be coming out at 100% right from the get-go. But the fact of the matter is that's not how that works. It's just simply not how it works. There are teams that'll play incredibly well right off the start, and there are teams that just won't. They need a little bit of that warm-up time, right? And then at the same time, like if you have a team that's steamrolling, right? And eventually they get their first loss, you know, it like humbles them a little bit, and then they have to start fighting through losers, and you're like, then you start seeing the real shit come. You start seeing that real competition start flowing. So yeah, I'd love to see it.
Do you have Sentinels as well? I'm assuming.
Yeah, so
taking it.
I'm basically with you. I think Sentinels are the clear favorite for me to take it. Just because I'm a huge proponent of consistency in practice, right? We saw in early Sentinel scrims, because they weren't playing together very often, they didn't do incredibly well.
Right.
But that chemistry is still there. So once we got to the first pro tournament, it was just, it was there. It was over, basically, right? So once they got a little practice under their belt, once they were playing together once again, they were on point. And that also goes to show you that it doesn't take very much to not be at the top anymore. You know? Like they weren't playing together for not a very long time. And just that little bit of time, players are playing other games, they have other responsibilities, they're doing other things. That can change things pretty quickly. But no, I still think the clear favorite is Sentinels. Yeah. Catching up on chat here. Dave says, wait, if it don't Elim, it ain't a tournament. If it ain't double Elim, there it is. Yeah. I'm not awake yet. Makes sense. Matches are done in the first bracket, but the stories are told in the elimination bracket. Yep, that is absolutely true. Absolutely true. You can see some of the biggest comebacks happen in the elimination bracket because that's your tournament life is on the line at that point, right? That's why, unless you're one of the absolute dominant teams, I'm talking about in today's age. So like the previous Splice roster when they were a thing, that CLG Optic Talks roster, now Sentinels, right? It's, unless you're one of them, it can sometimes be a detraction for coming from the winner's bracket into the grand final. Because sure, you get that extra series of like, hey, I'm safe for a full series. They have to do a bracket reset if they want to beat us. But that team that got bumped to losers, they're still playing. You know? That team that went to winners, they're either sitting on their ass or they're trying to maybe get a custom game going. That's it. So they might not be fully on point when the game starts. Now, like I said, we've seen instances where it didn't matter. Like with that Splice roster, with the CLG Optic Talks, now Sentinels. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying.
Right. No, we saw it with, Envy, which was then turned into Rec, where if they sat in winners, they kind of lost their steam. They were a team that was heavily based on momentum and how they were playing match to match. So when they sat, you saw like they had a history of slow starts. And so when they had to sit again, going into the grand finals, they started off slow. And then I don't know, it just seemed like once they kind of lost it, they would lose it. They try to bring it back, but it was always difficult for them.
And Snipedown would always like not necessarily complain, but kind of like slyly remark that they were always a losers bracket team.
Yes.
You know, they'd always get bumped down to losers and have to fight their way up. But at the same time, it's like to me, there's a sort of complacency when you are able to get to the grand final from winners bracket. There's just 9 times out of 10, I don't see the team in winners bracket, coming from winners bracket into the grand final, come out hot game 1 and 2. I just don't normally see it. Again, with the big teams, sure. But no, it's so while Snipedown probably would like to have come from winners all the time, like coming from that loser side, I think definitely keeps you warmed up, keeps you on your game, keeps that communication flowing, and you can bring the heat when you're going into that grand final. Now, if you can keep that heat going through the grand final, that's the real question. But I think a double elim would be the way to go. So yeah, I have Sentinels taking it. I don't want to say definitively, but I'm basically leaning that way.
Sure.
And then, like you said, I'm going to give some. So Pride, I think, took second at the last pro tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I think. maybe.
I think they're listed in order from first to last of
Okay.
last tournament.
Okay. So Pride would be one to look out for if they continued practicing. I think that's the big thing, right? When we have these tournaments that are taking place and you have these new teams that are formed for the first time, Will, remember when Denial made their splash in the Halo 3? Oh my God, what the fuck was the name of that tournament now?
Wasn't it the
Halo Classic?
The Halo Classic,
That's it. Remember when Denial came out hot and nobody had seen that roster before, right? I think you made mention in that episode, in that recap, that they won because nobody had seen them before. You didn't know what you were going to be going up against. And what was the player? Do you remember the player's name? The new kid? Shaylee, yeah. Nobody had known what he was able to do before, like especially on LAN, right? So when you have this new team being formed, you don't know what they're capable of. They come through and they shake the world basically because it's never been seen. Then the next tournament that takes place, they don't place nearly as well because, you know what they're going to be doing.
I think wasn't the next one the invitational?
I think
and they got like fifth or was it like fifth or fourth or fifth somewhere in there?
Something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you were right. What's up, Jordan? Welcome. And then, so I'm going to give some special shout outs to these teams that I think can do very well. If they kept practice up, they kept scrims up, and were keeping prepared for this pro tournament and did not just take this couple weeks off as like, well, fuck it, who cares? Pride, obviously, they placed well at the last one, but this is the thing for me. This is not a shot against Ryanoob, okay? Ryanoob always impresses me at the first tournament that takes place. You ever notice that shit, Will? He comes out and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Every team he makes, you're like, man, they're pretty goddamn good. If they can keep that momentum going, I think they can be a top caliber team.
The thing with that team is Ryanoob has always been like a top 6 player for me.
Sure.
I mean, but then he's picking up Saiyan here, which was top talent in Halo 5.
Absolutely.
Then you have to look at King Nick and Rain coming in. I believe they've been playing together, right? King Nick and Rain.
I think so. But Rain specifically has been a top player in Halo 5 when he was playing Halo 5.
Yeah.
He was on that Liquid roster for a while.
Yes, yeah. So then you have King Nick, which is kind of your wild card coming in here. So you have some top talent with kind of a new guy there with King Nick. And I say new guy in air quotes because he's been playing a while, but I think he's newer to the competitive scene.
Right. He's newer into like the major
tournaments. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the word I'm looking for.
I was trying to look for a right word there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how he stacks up against these other top tier players. I mean, if you look at some of the other teams, it's people who have been playing the whole time.
Right.
So we'll see what they can do now that they actually have a tournament under their belt as well. Could be just a confidence booster going into this next one.
Agreed. I like you said, I want to give a couple special shout outs to Inconceivable as well. They're great. Turning Point, another great roster. Again, that's old Splice, but with Penguin now instead of Shotzi. And we know how aggressive they can be. It's just whether or not that aggressiveness can translate well to H2A. That's basically what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that. I think the team is going to be just fine. I'm just waiting to see if that skill set translates correctly to H2A. And based off that first pro tournament, I don't know yet. What's up, Will?
Now, like we've said before, I started with H5, so I'm still learning about all the H2 strats and all that. And what I've noticed from our community play dates and what we've been doing too, it's positioning's big, but your shot matters a lot more in Halo 2.
Yes.
Like getting those headshots, connecting well. So Turning Point might have trouble when going up against a Sentinels or Inconceivable. I feel like because if they're trying to push and get position when they should just be slaying out, it could turn into an issue for them.
Right.
Now,
Agreed.
saying they did come in top 4 last tournament, but I think that's the thing that they need to work on moving forward to get past these top teams is just getting the shots down, taking the right pushes, and making sure they're working together as a team.
Absolutely.
Splice felt like, to me, Splice felt like it was a lot of individual effort coming together that just made the team good because everyone could fly and slay. But now I think H2A is much more around the setup and looking over angles and not letting people cross mid map, right? So we'll have to see what they can do in this next tournament.
Agreed. My next shout out would be to Phenoms. Bound has been, I mean, I'll throw Neptune in there as well. Bound and Neptune have been playing in these community tournaments for a very long time, and they've consistently been at the top every time.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to sound like a not so nice statement, and I don't mean it to be like that. Neptune is a professional player. Okay? A lot of these community tournaments don't necessarily have professional players playing in them, right? Bound has consistently shown that he can more than likely hang with pro talent. And this, I believe, is his first real opportunity to do so. So I'm anxious to see what Phenoms are able to do because you have Trippy, who's been around for a while since Halo 5. You have Neptune, who's been around a while since Halo 5. You have Pistola, who's been around a while since Halo 2, Halo 3, mainly Halo 3. I think just Halo 3.
Mainly, yeah.
Yep. And then you have Bound coming in, but you have that veteran talent established already. And if there's something that I've seen in many teams before is that Pistola is able to really take a new player under their wing and show them the way in the professional space. There have been things that Bound has said online that I don't agree with. He's bashed 343 consistently, so on and so forth. But his skill is there. You cannot doubt, you cannot disrespect that skill. Nor will I. So I think that team can do something special. I just am going to wait to see more. But they have that potential, bar none. And then Dust says, I haven't seen this setup yet. Yeah, the reason for this setup is because we're recording remotely in different remote locations because there was confirmed COVID cases at Will's place of occupation. And we're hoping and we're planning on having everything back to quote-unquote normal next weekend. But that is the reason for this setup. So that's on the pro side. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think Status Quo is going to do well. And the only reason why is because they have two different locations of players. You have the US and you have the EU. And I think there's going to be server issues. I think connections are not going to be amazing. That's my worry for that team. The talent is there. It's just the connection. I'm scared. I'm scared for them. On the open side, okay? You have realistically, if I'm going to talk about professional players, so Will, remember when the first open tournament took place and there was a lot of confusion whether or not this was going to be an amateur-only tournament or not?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I wanted to make mention of that specific point is because of not only the winner of this open tournament that took place, but also a couple other teams that were in the open tournament and placed well enough to go into this pro one that's happening next week. Well, this week, technically. So Lux Gaming won, and you have 3 out of 4 pro players on that roster. Okay? With Straight Sick, Kratos, and Suspector. Kratos has been gone for a while, but he was and is a professional player. And then Lifestyle was a pro a long time ago, but he still plays from time to time. Then you have Stainers, Gabriel and Gilkey and Denoxide, all professional players.
Mm-hmm.
You have Falling Esports, Hysteria, who was a pro a long time ago and then came back. Sabinator, who's a pro. Ares, who's a pro. And Neighbor, who was a pro, who was competed a long time ago and then also in spurts like up to now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I'm making mention of this is because teams that make it, this is no disrespect to the amateur teams and the amateur players that did make it in, because that's fantastic, and I'm glad you guys showed the skill to do so. It's just, I really hope that this pro tournament that takes place this week shines a bigger light on those amateur players and those amateur teams, and I hope that there's some shakeups that happen. I really do.
Sure. I mean, the thing with the quote unquote pro teams being in the open bracket or open tournament as well is when they came out with the rule set, it was based on the previous tournament, the
DreamHack.
DreamHack, yes.
Yep.
So, I mean, if those teams didn't play, they're not considered a pro team at this point. And you can't really fault them for wanting to play and compete.
No.
So it's kind of just it's a thing of circumstance where they're in those brackets because of the last tournament.
And the other thing too is that with that last pro tournament that took place, because it was based off of the placings from that DreamHack event, you saw teams come back, right? You saw team announcements come back, and you're like, oh, well, of course they announced that they came back because they seeded at that last event, so they automatically have a placing if they keep that same roster.
Right.
But then you also see after that first event that took place, team changes took place with those because they didn't win. They got knocked down into the open tournament. They made a team change, and now they're back into the pro tournament. So, to me, I still think it was stupid that they based the pro teams off of who placed at that last event, because of how long ago that last event was, and it's a completely different game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're past it. We're where we are now. It doesn't matter anymore. It's just, all I can ask is that if we're ever in a lull like this again, please don't fucking do that. Like, have an open tournament, have everybody compete that wants to compete, and then base seedings off that. Done. None of this, oh, we're inviting the top 8 teams. No, that event was fucking months ago and does not matter anymore. Whatever. I'm excited for the pro tournament this week, and I hope some of these AM names really shine. I really do. Will, is there anything else you'd like to say for predictions before we move on?
No, I'm good. I'm good, man.
All right. Well, then it's time for some regular news. And I'm just kidding because there's no regular news.
Nice.
Yep, thank you very much. Thank you. But that's okay because it's time for COD, another Games Watch. Well, guess what?
What do you got?
I got one thing.
I see it.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Karma has officially retired from competitive Call of Duty. Not the same Karma that competed in Halo 2. They're two completely different people. Okay? Karma from Halo 2 did not go play competitive Call of Duty and was on the Seattle Surge. Just not. It's not him. It's a different Karma. Okay? Just want to make sure people know, in case people are like, oh my God, Karma came back? No. So, this is Karma retires, and these are the statements from Karma himself. The first statement says, "It was my choice this time, and I'm happy with it. I think this was something I needed to do a while ago. Game wasn't really catered to me. Didn't enjoy running around with an MP5 and just had zero desire to get on and play the game. I was pretty bad, to be honest, and I think they could do better without me. Kind of like how World War II ended, but I will not be back. I think I can play new CODs for about a month before I get over playing the game. I pray for you all stuck in this nightmare until the new one.
Oh, no.
Played since COD 3 in 2006, never seen anything like it." And then his final message was, "I'll be back." with a gif of Bill Belichick in the stands with some binoculars on. So I don't know what
people are speculating he's going to be a coach. Like that's what
I think that would be awesome.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, or it could just be that he's like looking for an organization to join, you know?
I can't picture like there's going to come a day, Will, where Snipe Down retires and like Pistola retires.
Do you just don't see him becoming a coach?
No, I just don't see them leaving the scene. That's like I don't want that day to happen, but I know it's going to. Like I want them to play when they're 75 years old. You know what I mean?
Like,
exactly.
Sniper.
And then you fucking hear Walshy in the commentating mic go like, and there's Snipe Down with the sniper rifle like normal.
Oh my god.
He's ripping faces off again. Like I can't wait for that.
The question at this point, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, is will Halo be around in 30 years?
Oh, I think it'll be around. It's just whether or not like it's new. You know,
Sure.
people are going to talk about it. Like people are going to remember it. I don't know if there's going to be anything new.
Sure.
Who the fuck knows?
I
I don't even want to bother thinking about that far down the line.
God, yep, craziness.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
Big yikes.
Big oof. And then the Seattle Surge also put out a statement, and they stated, I would like to thank this is from Karma, as a matter of fact. I would like to thank everyone that helped me on my journey. First and foremost to my wife Holly and my daughter Bella, who motivate and inspire me every day. To my teammates throughout the years, including my current teammates on the Seattle Surge. To all the fans that have followed me throughout my entire career, from my 3 championship seasons through to today, with those in the city of Seattle, I'd like to say thank you for your support as I enter the next chapter of my life. I wish all the best to the Surge organization and thank them for their understanding and guidance through this tough decision. End quote. And that is from Damon Karma Barlow. Karma, we wish you the best, man. Like I said, like we're just talking about, there's gonna come a day where these old Halo professionals retire. Like I couldn't believe it when Ogre 2 retired from playing. Walshy, Gosayami, Strong Side, Bravo, all these players who I watched for years and years, their day had come, they knew it, and everybody has that day. So, Karma, wish you the best, and we hope to see you back in the COD scene soon. And Will, that does it for COD and Other Games Watch. Which means it's time for Will's Adventures with an Haloverse. And other games too. Will,
What
did you play this week?
Oh, okay. I got a list this week. It's pretty decent.
You do have quite the list, as a matter of fact.
All right. So we'll start off with Escape from Tarkov. I think my character's level 6 now. I just completed the kill 15 scavs on the map Woods challenge.
Nice.
So feeling pretty good about that. I played Valorant, played one game with the new update.
It's fully launched. It is out there.
It's fully launched. I tried to get the new map and didn't. So I was like, I'm tired of this and left.
That's funny because I've heard that people have only been getting the new map like for tens of times in a row.
Oh, see, I haven't at all.
That's so funny. Jesus Christ.
I did play another game, but it was my friend Joe, as I talked about before, was over here and he wanted to try out my new monitor.
Sure.
So we played a game, but didn't actually. We left like halfway through because we were getting things going here. Let's see. I played some Sea of Thieves.
You did.
Joined. I don't know if I talked about this last week or not. But we got a server going. There was 6 of us. So right, there only 4 can fit on a galleon, right?
Yes.
So what we were doing is we were all trying to, like, every single one of us would hit join a game on a fresh ship. and then we'd go put our Reaper's flags up because it shows everyone on the map where the Reaper's flags were. So eventually 2 of us got in the same lobby, invited the rest of the people. So we were running 2 brigs on one server for the whole night, just farming everything just because we had 2 ships that could handle themselves. It was a good time. Got a lot of Reapers bounty stuff done. So it was fun. And then a few days later, I farmed. There's like a tall tale you have to do. And you have to do it 3 times, and you get this one, you get like it's called the ashen hull. So it's like it looks like the normal wood hull, like the base ship, but
Okay.
it glows like with fire underneath, like almost like there's embers within the wood.
Oh, that sounds fucking cool.
That's pretty cool.
That
and
sounds really cool.
And then I also got the ashen curse by doing it. So your player has like his skin is broken. It's like lines of like under fire underneath his skin. His chest is glowing with like fire. His eyes are like fire lines now. It's pretty cool. I'm happy I worked for that. It took me a few hours, but I got it done. Let's see. We played Minecraft Dungeons.
You did.
For our Wednesdays. We didn't stream this time, but we played.
We didn't stream because of everything that's going on.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun, Jordan. It was a lot of fun.
And then Dave asks, how far did you guys get in Minecraft Dungeons?
I think there was 3 levels we didn't complete. The sand, the soggy swamp, and then the mine, the lava one.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, we're like level 20-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah. You level up pretty quickly.
You do.
Granted, this is your time.
No. We'll get to that's pretty much it. You know, there's certain builds you kind of try to go for once you see what armor you get, and I think it's difficult because like you might have to just run the same map over and over again until you get that random item, that random drop.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a lot of fun.
Agreed.
Let's see. So not Friday night. Friday night I played some Mario Kart 8. That auto crossbow is broken. You blow through arrows, so that's the trade-off with it.
And it sucks because you don't get like I feel like we don't get arrows quick enough. But I don't know, maybe I'm just wasting them. Go ahead.
No, with the arrows, one thing I've noticed is but with Infinity you don't blow away that quick. Gotcha.
Oh,
so
when
we were playing, you know those supply boxes? Each person can open them, but anyone can grab the loot out of them.
And it
so there was
fucking sucks.
There was times where I would walk up and open the box, and one of you guys would come behind and just take everything that flew out of it. I'm like, well, all right.
You didn't need arrows?
No, I only had 5 left. I'm like,
yeah,
it's
fine.
Okay. And there was a point where you were out of arrows for a while too.
Yeah, I was out of arrows for like a whole fucking level.
Yeah. So we need to get better with that. But and then there are perks on armor that will give you drops for arrows when you're playing. So I actually played a little bit after the stream or the we got together for it. And I must have had a perk because I was killing random enemies and they would just drop arrows. So that helped out a lot. But anyway, back to Friday. So for those who don't know, we were supposed to be in Vegas for my bachelor party this weekend.
Yeah,
that didn't happen due to everything. So one of my buddies called me up and was like, "Hey, I got reservations for us at this restaurant. We're going to go out and just, we could still stay 6 feet apart." Yeah, Jordan, it's all good. We'll end up going sometime. We're going to make it happen. But so anyway, he took me to a restaurant here. We had a few drinks, ate some food, and then he was like, "You know what? We should actually do something tonight." So he brought his he has like a little projector. So we brought that outside, set that up on the side of the garage, got a fire going, had a beer pong table, and we literally just like played games all night, chilled. So we started off with some Mario Kart, playing Beerio Kart. For those who don't know what that is, you grab a beer, you start the race and you can only drink the beer when you're pulled over. You can't be driving. So yeah, and then you have to finish the beer before you finish the race. So we did best out of 3. I won 2, so I felt pretty good about that. We did play some Smash Bros. Ultimate. It was tough because we only each had half of a Joy-Con. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
so it felt bad.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Those things are fucking tiny too.
Yep. So it was a little rough. You get the boost, chug beer, dominate. Yeah. So it was my strats for Mario Kart changed map to map. The first map, I literally drove the whole race, pulled over right before the finish line and just chugged. And then the next one, I did the opposite. I just pulled over right away, chugged it, and then did the whole race. And then the third one, I pulled over midway through. I won the first race. The second race, I lost by like a hair. Like, it was literally a photo finish. And then the third race, Joey actually had me beat, but then he fell down a hole in the map, and I just cruised past him for the win. So that was pretty good. Mario Kart literally gives you a better chance to win if you were behind, just because of the items or the randomness. Yeah.
Whenever you're in first and second, you usually only get like either a banana or a coin.
Yep,
and then you always get blues, reds, stars.
Yeah, I got a crap ton of coins when I was in the lead. I was getting so frustrated. So that makes sense.
Yep.
We did play MLB The Show. I brought the PS4 out there. Did a home run derby, and then so yeah, it was a good time. And then we did H5 and MCC for the community playdate.
Hell yeah!
And so a lot of games, a lot of time spent on games this weekend.
Lots of video games.
Yeah. Too much time in this chair.
Nonsense. I wish I had more time in this chair.
Oh. All right, Josh. What'd you play this week, man?
I played some more Final Fantasy 14 because I am still almost done with the fucking patch content. I have 2 mini patches left. That's it. I'm so fucking close. I just want them to be done. I played some Animal Crossing. Just daily stuff, obviously. Bought some turnips today.
I bought my turnips as well. Yeah, yes. I forgot to put that on there.
Played some Minecraft Dungeons. And what I was going to say, let's see if I can remember. We were having issues with like the game itself.
With Minecraft Dungeons, yeah.
Yeah, with like lag and fucking just instability, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, and like you did like 400% damage or something.
What do you mean? Did I?
What? No. Like the stats at the end of the levels are messed up.
Oh yeah, the stats. Yeah.
Like you healed yourself to 126%. Like yeah. What?
Or we got like 115% collectibles or secrets or whatever. Like that's
right.
Fucking sense.
Yep.
But no, it's besides the game instability. If the game, man, it's such a downer because if that game was 100% stable, I might not have wanted to stop playing. I mean, I don't want to stop playing. I want to keep playing the game, but just that night, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a really good game.
It was. And we were continually going up in difficulty, and there was one time where it was just a disaster.
Yeah.
But no, that game is really fucking fun. It scratches that Diablo itch, and it looks really good. It plays really well. There's actually a good amount of variety in the enemies too, which is pretty surprising. And then, yeah, I think the perks are really fucking cool. It's just, the game is rad. Jordan says, I made a second character and played for like 40 minutes afterwards. Nice. And yeah, that one level was terrible. And then it came out of nowhere. It did. That game did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, because we were like cruising, and then that one level just screwed us. And like it was the same difficulty level we had been playing on.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it was just craziness.
Did not go well. Yeah, I'm excited to keep playing that as well. Yeah. Then I also played Halo 5 and MCC for the community playdate. Always a good time. Always fun. A lot of good conversation this week in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement and everything like that. So it was a good time. And then also for those who don't know, we did move them. They are now on Tuesdays instead of Fridays. They've been good so far. I'm going to knock on wood. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that stays the same. But no, I think the Tuesdays are working out well, and just get to play some Halo, and it's a good time. That's all I played. That's
all
it.
right.
Hey, Will.
Yes, sir.
It's time for some shout-outs.
Yay!
There it is. Did you hear it or no?
I heard the initial pop.
Okay. Okay, cool. So first up, happy belated birthday to Naded, K Matify, and David Sandman. Well, actually, David Sandman's birthday's today, as a matter of fact, so happy birthday to you. Shout out to everyone who joined in the community playdate last week. And then we also want to give a shout out to all of everybody who has followed and subbed to the stream over the past week. That includes Buffalo Lover 69 was the was our follow from last week, so that's exciting. And then also we want to give a shout out to everyone who purchased merch as well. We have our own merch store now. So shout out to The Only Neeb, Jordan, thank you very much. High Tech Redneck, Beth, thank you very much. Goalie Sniper, Justin LaFleche, thank you very much. And Davey Wavy, Heavy Rainfall, thank you very much as well.
You do it to him every time, man.
I do it to him. So Jordan asks, does he love the city or the animal? And if so, love how? Oh, Buffalo Lover? Something tells me he loves the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh.
Or he just really likes to 69 Buffaloes. I don't fucking know. But.
I
don't know.
We don't know. We may never know.
We don't even know if it's a he. That was terrible on my part. Could be a she. Jesus Christ, Jordan. Okay. That's all I got for the shout-outs. Time for some community creations. Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Check them out. We have Clips of the Week number 57 by High Tech Redneck. That video will go live tomorrow. It'll be included in the show notes tomorrow. We have Hidden Xperia's new branding. This is by Pixel Flare. Check them out. The transitions look fucking sick. And then finally, we have Sins of the Prophets, which is a mod. It is a complete gameplay overhaul mod for Sins of the Empire, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm opening it up right now. Oh, yeah. So you need to own Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. And then it's as simple as following the information within the tweet in the Google Doc or the show notes of the show to get all that. It's a complete overhaul mod, complete gameplay overhaul mod, which includes Halo ships. So it includes Halo, space battles, dozens of custom ships, custom voice acting, custom soundtrack, deep strategy, challenging AI, and active multiplayer. So check it out. It's fucking rad. Okay? It's fucking rad. Will, that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Therefore, before we get into the after show and we talk about all these fucking jokes and puns that I'm not looking forward to, Will, do me a favor and plug the show.
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. To name a few, we're on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if you're Josh, he listens on Pocket Cast. So there you go.
Pocket Cast.
Join the Discord, join the community discussion. Link will be provided in the Google Doc or the show notes of the show. We have our Xbox Club and Spartan Company. Find us on HaloWaypoint.com. You can find us on social media at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And then we have our own eSportspedia page and our website. Speaking of the website, our new merch is updated on there as well. I believe there's a link on the website and a link provided in the Google Doc or the show notes of the show. So go check it out. We got a lot of awesome shirts, some sweatshirts, a mug if you wish. It's there.
It is there. I like
search
the website.
For Dust Storm, search for Dad Jokes Podcast. Okay.
God damn it.
Yes.
like we said, stay tuned to the after show. We'll do jokes and puns. I'm not looking forward to it. It's my least favorite fucking thing. But you guys seem to like it, so.
Don't forget the bye-bye this time. Well, we didn't have it last week,
I won't.
man.
Don't worry. I've been it's been in the back of my mind.
Okay, good. All right.
The whole time. As soon as you started plugging the show, I'm like, don't forget it. Don't fucking forget it. Please don't forget it. We're going to be okay. At least I think we are. I hope we are.
Yeah.
We'll see. Will, is that it?
That's all we got.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 103 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. And I hope the audio is better this time around. I also, before we close this out and get to the after show, I want to personally apologize for the audio quality of last week's episode. Not Will's problem. This was all on me. 100% on me. My mic just sucked and it didn't really work well. And when Will tried to fix it, it was so bad it couldn't really be fixed. So I'm sorry. Will sounds great like always. And now hopefully the audio should be, shut up, Will. You sound great as always. This week should be better on my side as well. So hopefully the audio is good. And yeah, that's what I got. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 130 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next week with the results of the MCC Pro Series Pro Tournament number 2. And hopefully we have some more competitive news to talk about within the Halo scene. But, until then, until next week, hope everyone stays safe. Keep the peaceful protests going. Let your voices be heard. And we'll catch you next week. But until then, don't worry. I didn't forget. Bye-bye!
All right.
There it is.
Yep.
And
on to the after show?
On to the after show.
Sweet. I can close these notes.
Yes. Did you stop your audio recording as well?
I did.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure.
I know what's going on.
Hey, I'm just, dude, I missed so much last week that I tried to make sure I had everything on point this week. So
fair enough.
I think we are good to go. All right, cool. I'm just going to make sure to not close that. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the after show. For those who don't know, this is where we talk about the jokes and puns from the previous week. We're going to go through them. Dave says back, what were Will's other adventures that I miss?
Oh boy. We want to run through them again?
Yeah, you can quickly go through them.
All right, I guess I don't know where he left off.
I would just go past, like, Tarkov was first, so go past Tarkov.
All right, so yes, there was Tarkov. Dave, I've seen you've been playing a lot of Tarkov. But I just passed the kill 15 scavs on woods challenge. And then, let's see, I played a couple of games of Valorant. Nothing really important there. I still haven't gotten the new map.
Oh, it was after Minecraft Dungeons. Sorry, Will.
Oh, so yep, Sea of Thieves, Minecraft Dungeons. Mario Kart 8, I did Bureau Kart with a buddy. Let's see. Played some Smash Bros. Ultimate, MLB The Show 20, Animal Crossing, and then Halo 5 at MCC. There you go.
You just missed MCC? Very nice. Very nice.
Fuck the Jaeger mission, by the way. Which one? The
Jagger? Got the moves like Jagger.
Are you talking about the one where you have to find his envelope or whatever? Or the one to get him an escape? Oh, is that the kill 15 scavs on woods without armor?
Sounds fucking terrible.
There's that one as well. That one's a pain. So the strat on that one is go in with body armor. If you see a scav, drop it, and then The Find His Note one. Sorry for the mic there. If his hideout is by like a plane in the like southwestern corner of the map. Yeah, Find His Note and escape, sure. It's been tough. The raids that have been successful for me have been the ones where I'm there till like the last 6 minutes and then you got to run out. And the fact that that map's so open and there's so many angles, we've been sniped so many times. It's tough. It's rough on woods, especially if you run into Shertman. I got his note and it was escape. That was the problem. You had the ZB14 key too, thinking it was easier. It's rough on woods. Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, Josh. Should we
do it?
Should we? Yeah. I mean, it's all you this time.
I know. Fucking okay. All right, here we go. The pun of the day for Monday, June 1st. Will, I just watched a program about beavers. It was the best damn program I've ever seen. And then the joke was, did you hear about the donut maker retiring? He was fed up with the whole business. Donut holes, Will.
Are dad jokes just puns turned into jokes?
I think so.
Yeah.
For Tuesday, June 2nd, the pun. This girl said she recognized me from the vegetarian club, but I've never seen herbivore. Get it?
I mean, yeah, but
herbivore. Herbivore. And then the joke. Dad, I'm cold. Well, go stand in a corner. It's 90 degrees.
Oh, that one's old.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Wednesday's pun. You know, I owe a lot to the sidewalks. They've been keeping me off the streets for years.
Okay.
And then the joke. Hey, Will, if you went to a concert that cost 45 cents, who would play?
50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
Boom!
Yeah.
The pun of the day for Thursday, June 4th. Doctors are saying not to worry about the bird flu because it's tweetable.
No.
And then for Thursday, June 4th, the joke of the day. I've spent 20 years performing maintenance on limos, but I've got nothing to show for it.
Okay.
Friday. The pun of the day for Friday, June 5th. I'd tell you a chemistry joke, but I know I would not get a reaction. And then the joke of the day for Friday, June 5th. Hey, Will, what state does the most laundry? What state does the most laundry? Chat, feel free to chime in as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think right now. Is it my mind went like New Hampshire because of like the New Hamper or something like that?
No, I like it, but no. What state does the most laundry? Would you like a hint?
Yeah. What is?
What do you use in the laundry room?
Soap?
What do you
Laundry soap?
What do you put the soap
A
in?
washer?
Okay.
Washington?
Yeah.
Wash-a-ton? Oh. You know what? I'm just gonna turn my video camera off now and go.
No. All right. So these I have not heard yet. Okay. These are new. For Saturday and Sunday, June 6th and 7th, the pun of the day. The future, the present, and the past walked into a bar. Things got a little tense. There's that. And then the joke of the day for Saturday and Sunday, June 6th and 7th. Did you hear about the monster with 5 legs? His trousers fit him like a glove.
Is that it?
That's all she wrote, or that's all that the calendar companies printed.
I heard a bad one that I'm contemplating telling right now.
I go for it. Fuck it.
All right.
Go for it.
A priest and a rabbit walk into a bar. The bartender looks at the rabbit and says, "What are you doing here?" The rabbit goes, "Fucking autocorrect."
As soon I don't know if you saw my facial expression, but as soon as you said rabbit and not rabbi, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I can respect that.
I heard that one earlier this week, yeah.
I can respect it. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. For those who were tuning in, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that, please let us know before we close out this week's show. The after show, that is. We already closed out this week's show. That'll be posting tomorrow.
Woo.
So go ahead and give it a listen, give it a watch, give it whatever you want. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Will, what do you got going on the rest of the day?
I don't know. Might do some more Escape from Tarkov. Might watch some Airbender, Last Airbender.
Nice.
Like we talked about earlier, I've been cruising through it. I'm halfway through season 2.
Fuck yeah. That show's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I just watched, if you haven't watched Avatar The Last Airbender, spoiler alerts here, but I just watched the episode where Appa was shedding and Zuko's sister was able to track them through the air. I don't know if you remember that one. They were riding the fucking lizard things.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
So, remember when I made mention of this, like...
old woman?
Yeah, old woman. Okay.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. That doesn't happen until the 3rd season.
Okay. I was like, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. I thought it was in the first one because of what it includes, but it's not. It's in the 3rd. So...
Gotcha.
Yeah, that episode, man, fucked up.
All right.
So stay tuned for that one. It's easily one of the best, not just episodes of that show, but I think episodes of television that I've watched. Because it still sticks with me to this day. But yeah. Yeah. It really is really good, Jordan.
Yep.
I can't wait for you to fucking get there, Will. I really can't.
All right.
Said it before, and I'll say it again. That show just gets better every fucking season. And there's only 3 seasons. Oh, God, that show's so good.
I was surprised that there was only 3 seasons.
Yep.
But
I think Korra's 4. Or maybe it's 3. Hold on. Legend of Korra. Do.
Korra, is that like one of the previous avatars?
She becomes the avatar after Aang.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it's basically the story of her, because she's just a waterbender, and it's basically her like working up to become the next avatar.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Let me see how many. I forgot how many seasons there are. I know it doesn't matter. Oh, there's 4. There are 4. Yeah, it show's really fucking good too, and it goes in even more like adult direction, considering how they literally took it off the air and moved it to online only. So
wow,
that show's very, very good. Cool. Is there anything else before we close it out? Ugh. I gotta go help my mom with some stuff. I'm gonna set up a Roku, I mean. Air, Force, Spirit, and Balance. Yes, you were correct, Dave. Those are the 4 seasons. Yep. Well, books, yeah. Seasons of the show, books in place of seasons. Cool. Well, anything else you want to say before we close things out?
I'm good, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out in the after show of episode 130. We're going to catch you next week. We have more jokes and puns, and who the fuck else knows what's going to happen? I sure as hell don't. But we might be in the same space now, like next week.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting. That'll be very exciting.
Yes, sir.
Dave, I hope you fully woke it up. And if you didn't, I hope you do wake up. And I hope you're enjoying the G Fuel. I'm currently having some raspberry lemonade.
Ooh.
Yes, well, the hype sauce. I'm having the hype sauce.
Hype sauce?
You got G Fuel for that? Fuck yeah, man. All right, guys, that's it. We'll catch you next week. But until then, bye-bye! Again.